Okay, another PJ summary before I put the videos all together. So Pilgrim in the round pen with the saddle and the bridle. I want to start evaluating his riding more. He obviously has been seen being ridden, not very much, and we don't know much about it. So, starting from scratch, assuming it's not the most positive, or maybe, I don't know. Again, it seems like he has very mixed background. So saddling and putting the bridle on, he is calm as can be with it, which you'll see in the video. He's not cinchy at all. He stands calm. He does not seem nervous with it. He takes the bit incredibly easy, incredibly gentle, very willingly, calm with it going over his ears. Everything is an absolute piece of cake, and he's not tense with it. So that's all very, very, very good. Once we get in the round pen, he wants to go down and graze. Got to teach him, no, you don't do that. For standing at the mounting block and just kind of bouncing up and down with my foot in the stirrup, he is total statue, really good. You'll see that. Laying over his back, he's good. When I'm trying to evaluate him and just kind of get him moving forward, moving the reins around a little bit, tapping the side lightly with my hand and with the stirrup and clucking, he won't budge forward. Now, he's not, for those of you who followed my descriptions of Lily at all, he's not completely checked out. He's not checked out like Lily was. Lily would like check out, and when she like came back to, she'd bolt. He's there. He knows what I'm doing. He's just choosing to not move forward. And obviously, since he's been ridden, he has moved forward at some point. When he came to my house, they've since healed. He had marks on his side that look kind of like some wounds and scratches from spurs, some harsh handling with spurs, which doesn't mean all spurs have to be. I know people that use spurs and use them very lightly and very appropriately, and use them lighter than people without spurs. So it can be, for some, an effective tool. But these were some deeper marks. So again, not knowing all his past, maybe it's just easier to, just speculating, to not move forward, because if I move forward and make a mistake, that's scarier than if I just don't move forward at all. If I don't move, then nothing happens, nothing goes wrong, and I just avoid the whole thing altogether. So avoiding all of that scenario altogether, I'm trying to go a roundabout way right now, and just do everything verbally. And even though he's not responding with the cluck, I know I'm kind of rambling into doing longer than I wanted on this little section. So I started clucking and clucking like crazy, which he doesn't really respond to at all. So even though the lunge whip he doesn't react huge to, just kind of very at liberty, which is, I'm not big on lunging, but I use it as a communication tool, usually liberty lunging or free lunging off the line, and just using it as a way to communicate transitions between gaits, and that's about it. So I just used the lunge whip very minimally, presenting it for a tiny bit of pressure behind him with the cluck to pair it, just to get him to step forward, to pair that cluck with the stepping forward to communicate the cluck moves means move forward, to teach that as the SD, and that was it. And so I just got him at first just walking around the round pen with the cluck. Then I would stand next to him holding on to the reins, cluck, and just kind of with my other hand, if I had to, move that lunge whip, just kind of literally not touch him with it, but just kind of move it behind him, and just me moving my right hand was enough for him to start walking forward and bridge that. I did that a couple times, and before I know it, I was able to put that lunge whip on the ground and just cluck, and he would walk forward. He is so smart and pairs these things so fast. Tomorrow he might need a refresher, but I'll pick right back up at that point, and he should get that really fast. The bridging and responding, he started licking and chewing, and he was making that connection. So hopefully he'll just get the cluck and the move forward, and we'll just get a positive history of moving forward and resetting rides, and you can be ridden and do things verbally. He does stop with the verbal whoa as we're walking, and that'll reset that aspect of it, and that's just based on assumptions of what I'm guessing. Now he will have to be desensitized a lot to things around his side if there was anything negative there, just because over the course of time and different people riding him, somebody's legs are going to hit him, stirrups are going to bump him. At one point he started trotting around the round pen, stirrups were bumping him. It didn't seem to freak him out in any way. When I was tapping him with the stirrup on the side to see if that would get him to move forward at some point, he could care less. It wasn't a trigger of any big reaction in any way. He was just completely ignoring it. So that was kind of just different. But anyhow, yeah, so that was just kind of what I worked on today. He's perfect at the mounting block. I just want to fix this simple cluck, couple steps forward, and be done before I full on get on, so that we have that nice easy couple steps and I can get back off. Or I might just get on and back off with him standing still as well, which is even better, which is what I like to do. But just so I have some positive associations with that whole scenario before we take it any step further. I like to do a lot of everything on the ground first before I just hop up on him. Okay, I rambled enough. Bye. Is huge and goes like up underneath on the other side. Here's the tolerance. I'm such a good boy. Yes, you are. Stop your hip and go all crooked.
gotta get on them.
Good boy. Good boy. Good. You're not supposed to be